All this is Suresh Koel signing in. I hope that you all are doing very well. You can follow me on Unacademy Learning app where you can find my other courses as well. This lesson is going to take you through some more Latin words which we can use in our daily life while we are speaking English, and we can use those words directly because they are the migratory Latin words which are directly used in English sentences. So please do not forget to rate, review and share this lesson also, and please do not forget to subscribe to Unacademy YouTube channel. And this is my profile, and here's the link where you can just follow me for my other courses. So please do not forget to find my other courses as well. Also, please do not forget to shoot all your questions, any doubt, any query which you are having in your mind related to English. You can just directly shoot that in the comment box below, and all your questions will be answered for sure. Okay, so let's continue with some more Latin words which we have in this lecture. And here's the first one of this lecture, and that is ipso facto. The word is ipso facto, and it is an adverb, as you can see, and the pronunciation of this word is, you can just read it out here, it's ipso facto. Okay, the pronunciation of this word is ipso facto. Okay, now what is this ipso facto? So it's a bit related to the spelling of this word. Like you can just see this facto is actually having that fact in it, and the meaning is also related to that fact, and the meaning is by the fact itself. Okay, the meaning is by the fact itself. Now it actually means that the talk which I am talking about, or the thing which I am talking about, or the fact which I am talking about is actually going to prove something else by the fact itself. Okay, like I am talking about something, and this actually proves that that is going to happen, or this actually proves the next statement which I am going to say. Okay, now I said one statement, and this statement is actually a proof of the next statement which I am going to say. Okay, I hope that you must be getting a bit about what I am saying. You said one statement, and that is a fact which is actually describing, or which is actually acting as a proof for the second one. Okay, by the fact itself. Okay, so that is what the meaning of ipso facto is. Now there's some confusion, I know, in your mind. So for that I have an example, and here it is. If a crime occurs, then there is ipso facto a guilty party. Obviously, if I talk about this sentence, if a crime occurs, okay, if a crime occurs, then this is a statement, or this is a fact, that if a crime occurs, then obviously when I'm saying a crime is going to occur, that means someone is going to do that crime, someone is going to actually commit that crime, and when someone is going to commit that crime, then that someone will be actually regarded as a guilty person, as a guilty party. Okay, so obviously I can say that if a crime occurs, then there is a guilty party, isn't it? Now this statement actually proves this one, that if there is a crime, then obviously there is a guilty party also. So that is what this statement is saying, and that is what the meaning of ipso facto is. Like, if a crime occurs, then there is ipso facto, that means by this fact, by the fact itself. So here ipso facto is saying by this fact which I just said, that if a crime occurs, then there is ipso facto. If a crime occurs, then there is by the fact itself, by this fact itself. When I'm saying that crime is going to occur, then this is only the statement which is actually proving that yes, a guilty party must be there, isn't it? So whenever there is going to be any crime which is taking place in any part of the city or the society, then the guilty party must also be present there, because the guilty party is the one who is going to commit that crime. Okay, so I think things must have got very much or a bit clear in your minds. Okay, now the next word is inter alia. Okay, it is an adverb, and the pronunciation is inter alia. It's alia. Okay, inter alia. Okay, the meaning of this word is among other things. Now what is this among other things? It actually means when I'm talking about something, and I'm actually considering many things. Okay, and when out of those many things I'm actually pointing out that one thing, I'm actually pointing out only one thing, then I will actually say in it this way, that among other things, this is also one thing which was discussed in that party. So here I am saying that many things were actually discussed in that party, but this was also one of them. That is what I am saying, among other things. That's how it is used inter alia. Like, things will be more clear with an example. Like, here it is. The report is concerned inter alia. That means the report is concerned among other things with the reform of the tax system. Now what is happening over here is, like, I am talking about this topic. I am saying that the report is concerned with the reform of the tax system, but this statement does not mean that the report is only concerned with this. I'm not saying that the report is only concerned with this. I'm saying the report is concerned with this, but I am also using inter alia, which actually means that among other things, like other things were also there, or other things are also there which were or which are concerned in this report, okay, which are talked about in this report. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I am putting much more emphasis on this topic. That does not mean that nothing else is actually discussed or is actually concerned in that report. So the report is actually concerned with a lot of things, but among all of them, among other things, this is also one of them. Okay, so this is how we use this inter alia. Now the next word is magnum opus, and it is a noun, and the pronunciation is magnum opus. Now you can see magnum and opus. Okay, now what is this? It is the writer's chief production. And not even the writers, anyone, a writer, a producer, a director. So when I'm talking about their chief production, then that is something which is regarded as, which is called as magnum opus. Okay, so the chief production, when I'm talking about, then it is actually considered as a magnum opus. Like for example, Aryabhat's magnum opus, the Aryabhatiya, was translated into Latin in the 13th century. Now this is an example which I am giving, that Aryabhat's magnum opus, that is Aryabhat's chief production, the chief production of Aryabhat, whose name is Aryabhatiya, was translated in Latin in the 13th century. I am saying that the Aryabhatiya, which is actually the magnum opus of Aryabhat, and that was translated into Latin in the 13th century. Okay, so that is how we use this magnum opus. Now when I'm talking about the chief production of a writer, or of anyone else. Okay, so that's how we use this magnum opus. Now the next one is, it's mellifide. Okay, it's mellifide. Now you can just see that it is an adjective, and the pronunciation, there's something which is to be noticed in pronunciation. It's mele and fide. Okay, if you remember bona fide. Similarly, we have mele and fide. Okay, it's always pronounced as fide. Then we have mellifide, and its meaning is in bad faith or with intent to deceive. Now whenever you are with the intent to deceive, okay, at that time the word which I actually use is mellifide. Okay, so this is how we use this word mellifide, with the intent to deceive. Whenever you are doing something with the intention of deceiving someone, okay, whenever you are doing something, or whenever you are pretending something with the intention to deceive someone, then it is a word which we use, that is mellifide. Okay, so the example which I am having for the same is, the judge concluded that the company had acted mellifide in concealing the information. Now this is what the judge actually said, that the company on which there was a case, that the company had acted mellifide. That means the company had acted to deceive. The company's motive was to deceive. The intention was to deceive in concealing the information. Okay, they actually concealed the information. So that's how we use this word mellifide. And that's all for this lecture. We'll be talking about some more interesting words, some more interesting Latin words in the next lecture. Thank you very much. This is Suyash Koyal signing off.